Welcome back to the Coaches Hour. You're here with myself, him, and my co-host is Jawade Graham. So this is our first podcast recording of 2026, but you'll probably be hearing this at the end of January, but we're fresh right now. We've had all the mince pies. We're ready to bring you some exciting podcasts for this coming year. So the last few pods have been getting lots of listens, and we're glad to see that you're all enjoying it, but we wouldn't know because none of you give us any feedback. So stop what you're doing, scroll down to the part where you can leave a review, give us one, leave a comment, any sort of engagement. We aren't asking for much, and you know, you're here listening, stalking us already. So come on, otherwise we're going to find you.
And
so
listen, I just want to say, because I'm going to address it, I'm not sure how we can see this on the camera, but you've got a black eye, so you've been scrapping.
I've been scrapping, man. I've been scrapping.
You will come and tell people. So how do you get the black eye? Because it's like New Year, like would you bar fight or?
Basically, yeah, I've been going out for drinks too much. Now, I've been doing some new hobbies. So just before Christmas, I started learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So yeah, today in the morning, I think I took a knee to the head, actually. So didn't actually feel it at the time. That's fresh, bro.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying, because you can see it, but not mad.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I wish this recording was tomorrow, because that would be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad. It's just on the end of my eye, but we'll see.
You should see the other guy.
Yeah, you should see the other guy. He's completely fine. But it's been, yeah, I'm sure we'll get into it. But yeah, it's been definitely very insightful. From a coaching perspective. So with that out of the way, today's podcast, we're going to be giving our predictions for 2026 in the fitness industry, what we'd like to see more of, and perhaps what we would like to see less of as well for this new year. So let's get into it. Do you want to start with the things that we want to keep and then go into the bins?
Yeah. So do you want to go first? Like, what have you got with keeping? Like, because there's a few things I think we should keep. So I'll let you go first, and then I'll follow after that.
I think this year, in terms of keeping, I think the revolution is coming for this year. Honestly.
What do you mean?
So this is where, you know, the world kind of, the fitness industry kind of, you know, cleanses itself.
has a big reset.
Yeah, that's it. Because what I think is the last few years has been a huge, even since COVID, right? There's been a huge push towards like people getting into coaching and, you know, straight away hiring business mentors to try to improve their business. And I think over the last few years, there's seen, I would say, more failures than successes.
In what way? What do you mean by failures?
So if we're looking at, let's say a business mentor gets in some clients, right? How many of those actually end up being successful? Like, you know, the testimonials that they put out that are like 20K months, you know, those kind of shit. How many of those do we actually get versus those ones that actually get burnt or don't actually succeed? Because if we're thinking, you know, even in terms of us and our clients, right, we don't want to have that many people that completely fall off the wagon. And I think it's inevitable that you're going to get some, but I think the percentage is very skewed in terms of business mentors. I think you'll find more people have failed, maybe even left the industry, than actually succeeded.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point, because like if you've got 200 clients, then of course 20, which is 10%, is going to do okay. And when we see someone post up 20 social proofs, we think, oh, they must be good. But that's not the whole picture. It's only a portion. So, and I think with business mentors, a lot of them have been getting loads of clients because, as you said, since COVID, everyone wants to go online and grow their business. So everyone's just been chucking money at it. And every business mentor's had 300 people. Whereas now they might only get 30 because people are waking up, because people are more responsible with their money and everyone's not paying $6,000 up front to get ahead. Like, there's another way for it. So yeah, I do believe there's going to be a big reset in terms of business mentors, and I am all for it.
It's kind of mad though, if you think about it, how much they're potentially earning, right? How many people are just signing up and joining and spending, you know, money that they probably don't even really have, or maybe saved up for a long period of time to afford it. Like, you think of, you know, the average coach might be charging 150, £200 a month, right, for online coaching to Gen Pop, and then you got these mentors charging like easily like £4,000 to £1,000 a month for this. And how many clients are they getting in? They're not getting in a small number of, coaches, right?
But then, and there's a flip side to this as well. And it's something that I've seen, like even with myself and with someone had a consult with yesterday. So at the time of recording, I'm not going to say the date, but someone had a consult with yesterday. I said the same as like people look at me and assume I'm doing really well. And I'm like, I'm doing okay, but I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But the perception that I give on social media is everything's like, well. And that's why my recent posts have been a little bit more honest. Like, this is where I failed a little bit. This is what I struggle with slightly, because I've noticed that everyone just shows the highlights, and business mentors do too. And that makes us assume that, they're getting hundreds of clients, when in actual fact, some of them probably aren't. They just make it seem like they are. Like, the fake it till you make it still about. And because they're doing that, they're giving other coaches that are signing up with them unrealistic expectations. And that leads into the people that then get stung and burnt, because they come into it thinking, they've got XYZ that's doing really well. I must do really well too. And it doesn't quite work like that. So I think that plays into it as well. So yes, they do probably have loads of clients, some of them, but others probably seem like they have loads of clients, but when in actual fact, they've probably got a couple that aren't really doing well.
Because these are high ticket.
Yeah,
right? These are high ticket sales.
Because I've saw some business mentors that have actually gone back to coaching. And it's like, and I saw, it's weird because I saw the ad for it. So I saw the ad. I'm not going to put him on. Should I put him on blast? I'm not going to put him on blast just yet. I might get heated. You'll know who
he is though.
I might get heated. So he had a coaching brand and he had loads of coaches working underneath him. He's now a business mentor. And at some point in the past, I've saw him say, I don't do coaching anymore. I'm never going to do coaching again. And I saw an ad, and the ad was for coaching. And I was like, this is this business dick. So what's he doing here? Clicked on the thing, and it was like, I can't remember the exact advert, but it was essentially not business mentoring. It was transformation coaching. Let's say an 8-week challenge or a 12-week challenge. And I was like, And I started watching, I went back to his business page and then started looking at the correlation between the two. And what I can gather is everyone's like been calling him out recently, including myself. And I don't think the business mentoring, even though he's still posting the rollies and the flash car and the flights to Dubai, I don't think all is well in terms of finances as to what they were. So he's gone back to what he knows, which is fitness coaching, selling high ticket packages. But like, it just goes to show that for him, if he was really doing as well as he said he was business mentoring, why on earth would you go back to something that you said you left behind? It's like going back to your ex.
There's excuses though. I think it was like...
Have you seen the ad? You know what I'm talking about?
I know, yeah, I've seen it time ago. I get pushed it all the time. Love it.
You're in the algorithm.
Yeah, I'm in that algorithm, innit? Ex-client, you know? But yeah, I think one of the excuses that he said was, or reasons, I didn't say excuses, was he wanted to show people how it's done, right? Do you know what I mean? He's like, oh yeah, you know, I need to show my clients how it's done, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, why didn't you have to show that before in the first place?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a little segue to, you know, run it back, because it's difficult to admit that business is not as good, right? But that's our assumption, right?
But then I think like people should, because this links into, so we're speaking about what we should keep in 2026. So I had the same thing, like you called it the big reset, I called it the demise of the business mentor. So similar things, but a little bit different. But you just said like people are afraid to admit their failures or the challenges, etc. And this is what I think should stay in 2026 and grow in 2026. And that is the personal brand. But with the personal brand, I believe it has to be, as you just mentioned, not just everyone showing the Rolexes. This is a Fitbit, but everyone showing the Rolexes. I think it needs to be, yes, show your Rolex, but also show when you have to sell your Rolex because business is not going great. But then if you explain why, people will buy into you. And I know like how I operate, I don't put someone on a pedestal or respect or rate them just because they're doing well. I rate them as a person when they have challenges and when they show how they overcome them challenges. It's not all one way. And I think it must be an ego thing, because a lot of business mentors will have their ego to say, I've got the Rolex, I've moved to Dubai, I've got this flash car. If I say that I've lost it for whatever reason, does that harm my credibility? Maybe, but that probably means you shouldn't have that credibility in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, it is very difficult, right, to show your downfall. You know, nobody wants to show weakness. No one wants to show that side of them, right? I think a lot of us are very much the same, right? Even though you're choosing what to show, right? You're not going to show everything, which is like, maybe you feel like is really, say, bad, or you feel is really bringing you down. So I think it's difficult in that sense. But yeah, I think sometimes it's kind of why you've, gone backwards. If you can say you've gone backwards, yeah. It's probably that's the biggest thing. It's like people are gonna respect it, if you're sharing your journey, but they need to know the reasons why. If it's like because I've just been scamming people, then yeah, no one's gonna, just because you told people that you've gone backward, people are not gonna then buy into your journey, right?
Who was it? I think we spoke about it briefly. The guy that came and do the Wolf guy.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
What is it? Ooh, woo, chat shit like that.
Yeah.
But he was called out by a couple of his ex-clients, and he came and apologized. And even though I don't like him, I don't know him, but I still don't like him. So what? I don't like him. I still respected the fact that he came out and was like, hands up. We had some practices that weren't ethical. We've stopped doing that. I was advised by my business partner at the time to do these things. I just went along with it. I take responsibility still, and I was like, okay, I don't like it, but I don't like you a little bit less. Just because he'd come out and it's not that it's brushed under the carpet, but at least it's like...
taking ownership.
Yeah, ownership of it, because a lot of mentors and people do it and they have zero ownership, and they won't reflect and say, what part did I have to play in this person or these people's downfall?
He's still got time. He's not out of the woods.
I don't see it yet, I think he'll get an air transplant before he does the the old admitting.
That's true.
So are you focusing on your personal brand this year a little bit more? Because I found, like, even watching on YouTube and the content I consume, the other day I was just browsing and I saw a video that had 1 million views, and because I'm in my content era myself, the 1 million views is what drawed me in. But it was just a guy that was delivering Uber Eats. And I swear, it was 20 minutes, guy around London just delivering Uber Eats with a camera on his helmet, just talking to the camera. I watched the full 20 minutes and I was like, this is just brain rot.
It's exotic, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what, but like, and I think like people, it's voyeurism, like it's looking into someone else's life, and people are nosy. Like I put a post out the other day and it was about my time at M10, and I knew it was going to do well because it was like, I put on the caption, watch to the end if you want to be nosy, kind of thing. And I knew I put something at the end that would justify people going there and being nosy, but that's how everyone is. So for me, I will be giving a little bit more of the, not behind the scenes, but a little bit more of an insight into, like, not a vlog, I don't know what the word is, but more the brand. Secrets. Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's true, because like, especially somewhere like M10, like it's quite exotic, right? So where, unless you're in it, you don't know, like, and it's not like UP where now it's like loads of people have been through it, right? So loads of people kind of still have been a trainer there, right? So maybe, more people have spoken out about it. But M10 it's very, like, it's the only one, right? They didn't have one in like Dubai or wherever. So people don't really know. And then Mark's obviously doing like business mentoring, and so people are like, oh, I wonder what he was like, doing the business beforehand. How's that to work with? So yeah, I think even I'm like myself, I'm interested.
Yeah. And like, because I say what I say, and like, again, it was my truth, but it was playing, I knew that people, because it's been 3 years and I still haven't spoken about it properly. And it's like, let me just put a little bit out there. And again, it's just the other side, because a lot of people said from the outside, the perception was everything was rosy. And for a lot of time, like I always say, working within that team was amazing. But there were some very clear ceilings in terms of management and finances, etc. And I remember I was embarrassed one time when I was speaking to another coach. I spoke about this before, and like, it's only recently that I've actually been like, well, I shouldn't be embarrassed. The person that was paying me should be embarrassed, because he's got this brand image and everyone seems like it's we're all operating at a high level, we're all paid well. And it's like, yes, we're operating at a high level, but I can barely afford to live. And I was kind of hiding that and then smiling in the camera like, yeah, this is a great... And it's like, I was mentoring coaches that were earning more than me. And I'm like...
Getting gaslit.
Yeah, I'm meant like... And people... And because I went through the same mentorship and I had the assumption that, yo, everyone's just... The work that... Clearly they know more than me. They must be earning more than me. And then when I got there, I was like, okay, I'm at the bottom now. I'm not going to be earning much. Expected. Working my way up. Okay, nothing's changing. Working my way up. Something's changing, but it equals more time that I then don't have to then get more money. And then it was like, oh, ceiling. Oh, and I'm still not, like, I'm not going to go into the maths as what I was bringing in versus what I was taking on. But when I actually did the maths, that was when I was like, this has to change ASAP. ASAP. Couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah. But you think how many people probably still going, like, it may not necessarily be M10, but they're people going through a similar thing, right?
And that's what I mean. Like, with that post, it wasn't to throw shade on anything. It was literally just my story. But the amount of DMs that I had from that, from people, like, first of all saying, like, oh, we didn't know that. And from the outside. But then second of all saying, I'm so glad you spoke about that because I was at a couple of your plays. I had a few people from there. And it was like, cool. And I've had a few people from different gyms that are on a similar model or have had a similar experience, like, I thought it was just me. Glad to know it wasn't just me. Thank you for speaking about this. Thank you for sharing your story. And I was like, But on the flip side of that, I had to wait so long to share that because I was still bitter about it. I was still holding on to feelings. And new year, new me. Our last episode, I said I don't do resolutions. This year, I've done a resolution. And one of the things was to how do I come into this year just refreshed, reset. And it was like, just let go of that shit. And then once I do that, I can talk about it without feeling bitter. So like the post was just facts. And it was just, this is like, no one can argue with that because if I didn't put the numbers in there, but I really could. And it would be like, this is the numbers what I bought in versus what I earned for 3 years. So, and I chose not to put numbers there, but it was still resonating because it was just facts. Whereas if I'd have done it a year ago, I probably would have been like, this guy is a dickhead. This guy treated me bad. This guy, which he didn't because I willingly chose to go into that environment. So like, it's kind of like, I allowed myself to not be a victim.
I think it definitely gets harder over the years as well because like the cost of living is obviously increased, right? And then like when I was at UP, right? Obviously, maybe you're talking to other people who've also been at UP before, but at a later date. So the cost of living may have risen. Obviously, maybe the wages decrease. I don't know, or even if it stayed the same, then the disparity between the two becomes a lot larger, right? Versus maybe when I was there.
Yeah, and we'll pause that there because there will be another episode that we speak about gym models. So if you want the rest of this conversation, be sure to tune in to that when it does get released because that will be interesting as well because I think I was just about to go off on one, but I'll save it about gym models. So I'll wrap that little point up and say, yes, I completely agree. Like with the original point was the personal brand, but also showing the good and the bad. And like, again,
without crying on camera.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Which one?
Was it the High Rocks guy? Was it High Rocks? Oh my!
Well, he said he had to queue up, right? Was it queue up?
Do you know what? This is going to be one of my things to bin, but I'm guilty of it because I watched a reaction video. I didn't actually watch the original, so I didn't see the whole video. I just got triggered by just seeing a grown man on camera in tears. And don't get me wrong, you can cry as a man. It's not over a High Rocks. Oh my gosh. Someone should have just grabbed his collar and just...
He's, it means a lot to him.
It's terrible. So, yeah.
But I think what happened, I don't know if this is completely true now, but I think basically he had to queue up and it affected his time.
Oh, for the station, for a station.
Yeah.
See, I know that did happen, but I didn't know
I don't know if that's a separate video.
We'll just say it is because it doesn't really matter. Yeah, because whatever reason it was it's a High Rock, so it doesn't really matter.
But yeah, I think how bad is the organisation that you'd have to wait, it doesn't make sense.
Well, that was one of my predictions for 2026, whether it would be kept or binned. Hyrox is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I think it's going to be a collab.
we can segue into that now because like I think it's become like it's still very popular. I've got a couple of clients myself that are doing it, so I'm learning a little bit
Hybrid
more about
athletes.
It. Yeah, hybrid rock
Shout
stars.
out
It's
the
rock
hybrid.
stars.
Oh, it's rock
It's
stars.
rock
okay.
stars. High rocks. Do not get that wrong. They will crucify you for getting that wrong. So you're hybrid rock stars.
Yeah.
But
Shout out you guys.
hang tight. Yeah, I think it's going to get bigger in 2026.
You think?
But I also think it's going to collapse. Like I think, but then again, because I said the same about CrossFit, and CrossFit is still here, and CrossFit is going stronger than ever.
You think?
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
What,
massive
more
community.
than Hyrox?
I still believe so. It's not spoken about as much, but in terms of like once you're in CrossFit, like I think you're in, and Hyrox is.
They've got that whole community thing on lock, innit?
Yes, and I think
CrossFit.
as well because like with CrossFit, they've got the progression element there as well. So like there's all like, and that's the difference between Hyrox. From my understanding, Hyrox and CrossFit's a little bit different because CrossFit, they'll always have new exercises, different stations, different stuff.
Different WODs, innit?
Yeah, and so like you'll always have something to improve on. So like this year, my squat's not the best, but my my handstand walks are.
They got definitely a lot more levels to it. Like
Yes.
you got to do the gymnastics, the strength, the endurance.
There you go. And it takes years to master one. And when you're mastering one, the other one will go down a little bit. So then you'll focus on that. And it's like a little like rabbit's wheel or hamster wheel. Whereas I think Hyrox, it's the same stations over and over again. So like there probably will be a limit to where you can get to. And I'm not sure whether the community is strong enough to hold it together. So I believe it will still rise, but I'm not sure if it will level off or dip ever so slightly.
There's a lot of running involved.
Yeah, I think, well, because I've been doing a lot of research, it's made or broken on the running.
Oh, is
Like
it?
a lot of people that do really well at it, they have the running as the main thing and the stations are like active recovery. Because if you think about it, it's like 10K run. So if you're really good at running and you can run a 10K in a decent time, you can obviously not coast through the stations, but you can use it as a active recovery. This is free coaching here. You can use it as an active recovery, which then will bring your overall time up.
But that Prowler ain't light though. You know,
No, it's not. When I say active recovery, I don't mean like you can put your hands on your hip and rest, but it's like you don't like. I wouldn't.
You go harder.
I wouldn't give the Prowler hard. I would just do the Prowler and then make up 20 seconds on the run. Because the 10
it's
seconds,
easier to make that up.
Exactly. The 3 seconds you get on the Prowler for the energy expended is like just get that done, and then
Rockstar, right here.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that what your client's telling you? Yeah.
Nah, this is me. This is me coaching now.
Doing the research.
This is a secret. I'm getting ready to do a Hyrox myself next month. Imagine, and headbands and all that shit.
I'll support.
get the pod down, vlog. This is real personal branding. So yeah, I think Hyrox. When you said keep or bin or keep it, that was right. I was unsure whether to keep it or bin it because I swing from hating it to being all right with it. So I've put it in the middle.
I mean, look, people need something to do it right. Like it's somewhere to put your training right.
Yeah.
So I think what happens is a lot of people, they kind of get a bit bored of their training. So then they need something to work towards. And it's the same with powerlifting. It's the same with bodybuilding. It's the same with strongman, all that stuff, right? People just need somewhere to put that effort that they're putting in rather than, just say one element of it. So they're pushing towards a specific goal to the extreme. And I think Hyrox and CrossFit is exactly the same, right? It's for the people who can't decide where, am I male or am I female?
CrossFit's for days. You are definitely going to get me cancelled on this today. And like with that as well, so a quick segue, because I'm going to just keep jumping from topic to topic here. So forgive me, my brains, or I've had half a Red Bull.
It's been snowing. It's been snowing.
I've had half a Monster, no sleep. So I'm cracking on. So like with the CrossFit or Hyrox, I think that links into another keep, which is community, but not just any community. So I think going back to analog, i.e. offline communities, is going to be something I would keep. And I believe it's going to be coming back because in this day and age, a lot of people are missing out on that one-to-one or small group human connection. And I think because the access online, and everyone's becoming more aware of how bad online is, I think there's going to be a shift towards communities. And we're speaking about PT, so I'm going to say like all online coaches, both, but having like community days, community events, I think if you can incorporate that into your business this year, you will see retention skyrocket and probably your referral skyrocket too. So that's something I would definitely keep.
Mm.
Have you ever done a community day yourself?
I don't think so. No.
I've done a few.
I did a group shoot.
Yeah.
Did you have is that a community thing?
Well, like I would say yes, because it's in person.
Yeah.
Like, did you go for food or anything afterwards?
Yeah, we did. But some people didn't like end up going because they had other commitments, they had to work and whatnot. So yeah.
And I think it's because as I was speaking then, and you said some people had to work, like it's different and difficult maybe for online coaches if you've got clients from all over the world, like to get someone physical. But like one of the good things about M10, going back to that, like we were in Nottingham, we had coaches travel from Scotland, from UAE, from wherever. I think we had someone from Australia one time. I'm not going to say any more places just in case someone calls me out for lying, but we had people traveling in from abroad to come. So I think, and that's the branding, like the brand was really strong, which links in back to personal
Did they
branding.
have more than one like community day, or was it just one for the whole course?
No, we had, so it changed over time at M10. So like when I was on the mentorship myself, we had 3 in-person days. So it was a 6-month mentorship. We had start in-person day, 1 12 weeks, and then 1 at the end, or near the end. There was 3 of them. And after lockdown, it went to 1 every 6 months, but there were some camps you could book onto as well. And the one that you got, if I'm right, it was an add-on, i.e. you paid for it, whereas my one was the community days were inclusive of the package, if I remember
right.
rightly.
Kind of used that to make more.
I'm not sure, so I don't want to, because like, that's what I mean. Like when I call them out, I call them out. But on this one, I'm not sure. And either way, like it was very valuable, so it would be worth paying extra as well. But the camps and the community, like even when I was a mentee, that was the reason why I chose to go to that mentorship, because I was just undecided between that and ACA, Feel Learn is one. Is it ACA, Advanced Coaching Academy? Yes. So the difference for me was they were both like similar in terms of modules and learning, but the M10 one had practical days, and I was like, I want to get better as a PT. Of course, the practical days.
Did you like them those days?
Yeah, sick. And even like as a mentee, amazing. And even when I was teaching them, they were long, but on a Sunday evening, even when I'm knackered, I was still on a high. It's really amazing. And even since I've left, I've only hosted a couple. And this year, one of my aims, which I will do, is to like host, I think 1 every quarter. So I'm going to host at least 3 or 4.
Solid.
Yeah. So, and I think like if anyone's listening to this, like if you have either online or in-person business, because a couple of my clients done Christmas ones, and everyone went down a treat. Like I got feedback from my clients saying, yeah, everyone loved it. It was amazing. And they're now planning to do that into the new year. So something I think will be keeping in 2026.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm mixed with community day kind of things, because like if I look back on my own coaching, right, that I've done with, my coaches, I've never had like a community thing. So I've never really experienced it myself. And I probably would say I wouldn't care either, because at the time I was focused on myself. Like I wanted to get an outcome for me. I wasn't there. I signed up for coaching not because of the community. I signed up for coaching to, improve my physique and get coached.
So let me challenge that thought process then, because I saw you at a bodybuilding show.
Yeah.
So why do you attend your client bodybuilding shows?
I attend it for my client, right? Because they're competing to help them out.
But could you do that from home or from WhatsApp message?
Yes and no, but I think it's better to do it in person.
Why?
In that instance. Mainly because you don't have to wait for a response as well. They don't have to wait for us. You're just there, you're in person, you're present. And it's a bit more personal, I guess. So, yeah.
And obviously there's going to be different context to why you would, so I was just giving you like a broad example. I know there are specific reasons why you do that, but the reason why I brought it up is because I met you at a bodybuilding show and I met some other coaches that I knew. And even though I didn't go there for the community, it was nice to know like, oh, that guy from Instagram, I've seen him in real life now. I can put a face to the profile picture. Oh, that person looks a bit different in real life. Actually have a conversation where it's more meaningful, like, and I think you probably, because you haven't experienced it, it's like you don't know, not what you're missing, but you don't know like what it's like. So that's why I bought bodybuilding shows, because you've experienced that. And it's like, yes, you go there for your client, but I'm pretty sure you probably get more outside of just being there for your client from being in an environment where you see other coaches that are maybe you look up to, or maybe you're like, oh, I'm on that level now. And it's just that community vibe where everyone's there for the same purpose. Like the community days are exactly the same. Like everyone's there to come and learn and do whatever else. And you are completely right. Like everyone's on their own journey. But if you are alongside other people that are on the same journey as you, just like being authentic, you see what they struggle with and you're like, oh, it's not just me. You see actually how much you know and how far you've come. You see someone else that's winning and you're like, oh, I want to be like them, or I want to emulate that win as well, kind of thing. And it just brings it all together. And I personally think there's something magical. And even like some of the days that I've been to as a member of other communities, I'm just like, every single time I come back, just pumped. And it's like, oh, okay, I understand it. So, but understanding it and actually doing it is two different things.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's always a difficult thing to collaborate. Like, look, you got loads of people that you're trying to organize to get into the same place at the same time, right? I think that's the tricky one. And you want to make it so that it's almost worth your time as well, in terms of, not that even just one person isn't, but like when you start having 5, 6, 7 plus people, you got to think about hiring space, things like that. So yeah, it's a lot of things to think about.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about, but I would just start small. And this is like, if I was giving anyone tips, I'm fortunate that I've got the studio there, but when it grows, I will have to think about, where do I hire next or whatever else. But start small, like, especially if you're a gym floor PT, your gym probably has a class space. Just ask your manager if you can rent that for an hour. If you can only fit 4 people, that makes it a little bit more urgency. I've only got, and it's not like, want 5, I'm signing up for 5 people, looking for 5 people. It's no, I've got 4 spaces because the space only occupies 4 people. It's like the first 4, and if you miss, I'll put your name on the next one, kind of thing. But start small, and then once you do small, you can kind of get an idea of what you need to do and what goes on. And eventually you can just get it bigger from there. Because like, again, going back to Mark, and I use him as an example because he's one of the ones that I've seen from the inside and seen it grow. Like, we went from a small gym and he's filling up halls. And that's one of the things that he does really, really well. Like, I've watched him go from like 15 people in a gym to 200, 250 people in a hall. And I'm just like, it is a skill, but I doubt he would have been able to start at 200. It would have needed to be 10, 15, 20, 50, 100, progressive.
You don't see how many that maybe only 1 or 2 people turned up as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, everyone starts somewhere, kind of thing. So I believe, like, yes, it is daunting, but just start with,
the one that I did, I went all the way to Singapore to do it, right?
Exactly, travel, exactly.
Because half my clients, the people that did the shoot, were there. So, yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to keep this year?
No, pretty much just get rid of most things, right?
Cool. So, shall we continue this episode, or shall we clip it into 2?
Why? What else were you thinking of speaking about?
So, keeping, I'm good. I'm looking to start bidding some shit.
Are you going to bin some stuff?
I want to binge some shit. Unless you got anything to keep?
Anything more to keep?
Nah, let's start binning shit, man, because this is going to be... I'll roll up my sleeves for this one.
Yeah, I think, we can start binning. Let's keep it in the same episode. If it runs longer.
Okay, cool.
We can do it.
Perfect. So, do you want to go first with the bin?
Yeah, I think we both agree on this one, is just moving away from like debates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's top of the list, right? Because, the more, after that episode that we did, the more, I've been sending you stuff as well, but the more I see it, it's just like, it's nothing, the outcome is never going to change, right? It's just 2 people, maybe sometimes 3, arguing and their own opinions, and a debate is just, they're not agreeing on anything. They're not agreeing to disagree either. It's just 2 people shouting at each other.
And I think like when they first started happening, it was not great, but it was a lot of engagement because people are like, this has never been done before. We're going to get these industry titans or people that everyone looks up to have a debate about why they disagree with each other. and that's fine. But like now it's like every other week, and every little sub-paragraph of a study that someone done however many years ago, I'm going to debate this.
It's people that are not even involved in it. There's two people arguing, and then one guy in the comments goes, like my comment, if you want to hear me host a debate between these two, so what are you going to be? You're now like a promoter.
You know what it's like?
Golden Boy Promotions.
Gladiators, ready! It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
You got these promoters for debates.
It's mad.
Gee, they're worse. We should bin them. They're first to go.
But then, the promoters, then the debaters. It's a complete cleanse. But I think as well, like this links into like just the whole online space. Like everyone online now has got a voice, and it doesn't mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a voice, but just choose when you use your voice and how you use your voice, because like we can be putting our energy into stuff that's great or just supporting nonsense. And I think the debates, the premise might be like if they were planned out and discussed as a debate, probably shows like in America they have high school debate teams. I'm pretty sure it's a lot different to what we see on Instagram. There's probably an outcome where you're like, oh, actually, I understand this point of view. I understand this point of view, and they've met in the middle somewhere, and someone's won.
It's like the fucking budget.
Yeah, like exactly. Like, but this is just like
well, you got Ali G. You got Ali G in it.
It's literally like that. It's crazy. So I think unless it's done right, I don't think you can do it right, because it's not moderated. It's just two idiots just shouting at a screen or on a screen. It's not even done in person, is it?
Most of the time, no.
And it's imagine just like you're all raging top half, you're in your shorts and flip flops bottom half, legs just swinging. Like, what are you doing? Just if you're coaching, just go and coach. If you're creating content, go and create content that's valuable. Like, I don't see debates as adding any value anymore. They might have done in the start, but definitely now, there's no value for me in debates.
There's no debates in that.
So we should have had a prop. We should have had a bin. We should have had a bin. Like, yeah, just with some debates in the bin. What next in the bin? I want to say, like, because it's closely linked with debates, reaction videos. For me, they're in the bin. And do I say all reaction videos?
I like them. I like some are quite funny.
So, okay, why do you like them then? So why you like them will probably link into why I don't like them.
It's probably because it's a reflection of what you're thinking, right? So sometimes, when you interpret, like you'll watch content, right? And then you'll interpret a video. Maybe you've got some things thinking in your head. But then when you watch a reaction video, it's like this person is in my head and he's thinking exactly what I'm thinking. Or sometimes it's, I've not considered that, for example, right? If someone's provided some context.
So if that is the case, then yes, there could be some. But I've seen a reaction video of a reaction video. So like, how to do it on the overlay. So there's an overlay of an overlay with this idiot now speaking.
Yeah.
That needs to go. And I also believe as well, like the reaction videos where people are calling out people for doing daft shit. Like, I don't disagree that whatever that person's doing is daft, but you're an account with a big following. You don't need to put that person on blast with their name and username in the screen where everyone can now go to their page and flood them with hate. Why are you a personal trainer? Oh, look at that daft shit you're doing. You're not fit to coach. Yeah, you're not fit to coach clients. Like, I don't agree with that. Like, and the people that are often reacting to this, I click on their page. And if I'm being very picky, I could just then be like, well, this is shit. This is shit. How dare you call someone else out for doing daft shit when your own laundry is not clean itself? So like, with the context that you say, I say, yeah, okay, cool. Some reaction videos are okay. But the most that I see is just people just tearing people down. And like, so I don't like business mentors, but I've started calling them out a little bit now by name, but I don't like sit there and react to the daft shit. It's like, I call out a principle rather than the person.
The thing that they said, or the thing that they do. Like your main focus is what they're doing, not them as an individual.
There you go. And like with some of the reaction videos, it feels like it's an attack on the individual, not the concept that whatever they're trying to get across. Because most times people won't do something knowing that it's daft. They'll do something with the best intentions, and then it's like bullying in a school ground for me anyway. It's like, because I've got a bigger account, because I've got a bigger voice, I will get my views off making you look and feel like shit. It's like, now we can get rid of that. What would be better is just send them a DM and say, mate, I think you probably could have done that a little bit better. I might be wrong, because sometimes I see people doing daft shit, but they're actually right because their context is it's for this specific reason. But they've had a video made about them because someone's come in and said, that looks stupid. So,
Yeah, somebody's made a video, but without actually reading the context behind it, right? So you don't know what's kind of going on, what's happening, and then you're just reacting based upon that.
Yeah. On a side note, have you seen The Idiots? This is my reaction video. Just as I said, I don't like them, but I'm not. There's no overlay. There's no The Idiots that do the it's like hypertrophy, like with the.
I did the video of that. Was it a reaction? I don't know if it was a reaction.
We need to find it, and if we can, pull it on this episode, because and then the reaction video that I saw, because was it a foam roller or something that they had? The video that I saw was like some big bodybuilder guy, and he got the foam roller, and he's trying to put his hand in there. Clearly
That's basically
can't.
the video that I did.
It might have been yours that I said. He clearly can't, and he's like, if you can get your hand in this. You probably should. Yeah. And I was just like, okay, that's the reaction that I need. Yeah. So, and that's the example of you are in my head kind of thing. So that was quite good.
Yeah, I think have you seen the other reaction videos where there was actually no need for that person? So it's just a video of him, someone just watching it, and that's it. And that's it. That's just stealing views. That is worse. It's just stealing views now.
I think Instagram needs to be regulated. Like.
Do you think Instagram's the issue? Because they created that thing of sequencing, right? Which is like adding your video after somebody else's video, or like, that kind of thing.
But that was a thing on YouTube, I think.
What, sequencing?
Before, yeah. So you can, or you link in, because you can only do one link on a video, but you can link a video, like a YouTube video, you can link it into a series kind of thing. So if you're speaking about more than one topic, you can link it. And then I think Instagram have just took that and made it for short form. But I think, I don't know, because I had a conversation today about Instagram and the algorithm, and this is like a little bit of a offshoot of the topic, but it's speaking about how everyone feels like they're being creative, but you're not, because we're all creating content with the aim of pleasing this algorithm. So even though we feel like we have complete creative control, we don't. We create content within parameters that we believe this algorithm will then push. Because and I'm guilty of it myself, like if I posted some of the stuff that I truly want to post, I'm not completely confined, but if I posted some of the stuff I truly wanted to post, it would probably get 0 views, because my opinion in the way that I want to share it, the algorithm, whatever the algorithm is, would be like, nope, we'll chew this up and spit it out. So I create content in just like the M10 post. It was like, okay then, shock factor. There was a message in there, but it was confined to
short text on this,
images to support it, everything else, and it feels like, oh yeah, I'm being creative, I'm a creator. No, I'm just creative within these confines, which means I'm not
creating based on this template.
Exactly. And it's like we're all trying to please this thing that then makes it so we are not actually creators. We're just.
I guess the creative element is what you do with those parameters, right?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You can do stuff within the parameters, but some people are like, oh, I'm going to sit down and brainstorm content. No, you won't. You're not brainstorming from scratch. You're just taking something that you've seen somewhere else and putting your stamp on it, which is creative in a sense, but it's not.
It's not fresh.
Yeah, it's not free.
It's not innovative.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm free. I create what I want. And it's like, no, you don't. And I did it with some of the anatomy, and that's why now I don't really look at views anymore, because I understood that there was a time where I got 10K followers in a week, and I understood what videos to post to get that. But then I found I was just posting them, and I was like, what's the benefit to me?
Did you get a lot of business from that?
No, that's just because I was looking at, it got a lot to keep up with after a while, but I was getting physios and trainee doctors and university students, right, because it's anatomy. It's that's what they're studying. That's what helps them pass their exams. So that's what they're going to be interested in. That's what they're going to like and share. And it was a lot from India as well. And it was like, okay then, so I can create this content, get a big following, have no feasible increase to my business. And when I post the content that I do want to post, these people won't like it. The algorithm will tell me it's terrible because my followers don't like it, which means it won't push it to my actual people that I want to follow. and that piece of content is now shit and lost because I've got the wrong audience or because I've catered to what the algorithm wants me to do. And when I realized that, I was like, okay, stop doing that. And I've been actively losing followers, and it's a bit tough on the ego sometimes because it's like I went from 19.6 to now like 16 something. But within that time, my business has actually grown. And within the time of less engagement, my business has actually grown. And I think it's because I'm not focused on the likes and the reach, like the DMs that I get. It might only be 2 or 3 DMs, but those 2 or 3 people who it truly resonates with will probably sign up at some point.
I've seen a lot of creators like that, to be fair, because they've changed the way that they post, or where maybe the algorithm used to push people like just work for them a lot more on what they were posting, and things have changed, and the following count has kind of gone down. But yeah, I guess it comes down to whether it's actually help. Like, why are you posting on social media? Is it just to get views, or is it to get other things right?
But that's what I mean. I think when you get, because I never wanted to get a big following, like it just happened. But once it happens,
your growth is fast though.
Exactly. Like, but that's what I mean. Like once it happens, it's like, oh, this has happened. And it's like, a video game where you get to the next level, you get to the next level, and then like you get addicted to get to the next level. And then you lose sight of, actually, I'm on Instagram just to grow my business. All this stuff that I'm doing is not helping me to grow my business. Now, don't get me wrong, like there are some benefits to having a larger following, because like certain people will, whether you're rightly or wrongly so, they will see you as an expert because so many people follow you. Some people abuse that. So like there are some advantages to it, but in terms of a business sense, like if you had 500 followers and those 500 followers were attuned to who you are and what you do, you would never need to go, you wouldn't need another follower. 500 people would probably last you a career. 500 people that would be priming to buy, already bought long-term clients would last you a career. So if we look at it like that, no one really needs more than 500, unless you're selling like a cookbook that's $37.99. I'm talking about coaching. If you're selling coaching, 500 followers would last you a career.
Moderate ticket, you don't need that many.
You don't need, exactly. And anything else other than that is vanity. And I say that having been guilty of that in the past myself.
And I think as your business grows, you will see your following count grow.
Yeah.
So like one of my friends, a crazy successful business now, he didn't have much following before, but now as his business is like he's got, I don't know, 6-7 coaches that are working for him, and he's proper like company now, you know what I mean? And yeah, I would say his following has gone up with that, and that's completely organic, and that's just from word of mouth and genuine people that are ready to buy.
And like that's a really good point, because I'm not saying that having a large following is bad at all.
It's just the quality of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It.
It's relative. It's context of, if you've got 10,000 followers and all 10,000 followers are really engaged, of course it's a larger following. Yeah, but if you've got 10,000 and only 10 are engaged, you may as well cut the 9 and just have the 10.
5 are like those DM spammers.
Yeah,
guys,
exactly.
Like, hey, you want me to? I blocked them straight away now.
Yeah. Oh, nah. See, I went through a phase of not responding. I don't know what. I just started having fun again with them. So.
I was having at the time. I was just like straight in and block, and then just never see. A lot of the times, if you leave them, you'll see that they've probably been banned or reported, because then their username it kind of disappears.
Well, because I put one on my story yesterday, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I got like 3 DMs. This person sent me the same message. This person sent me the same message. I was like, I'm glad I called.
How many people do that, man? That's like, how much time do you waste on that?
Have you got anything else you want to bin?
Things I want to bin. I don't know about bin, but I think things that may change for this year is probably just the length of content.
What do you mean?
I think maybe that we're going to start to see more moderate to longer form content. You see with Instagram, I think you can put longer reels out now. Before it was like, I think at the start when it first created, it was 15 seconds or something like that. Then it turned 30 and then it's a minute. Now it's like longer. So I think long form content is going to be more, and it's going to be more important for people to, buy from you. So I think, stuff like this is going to do well.
And I think with that though, because we spoke about it briefly off air, and I think it's good to speak about it on air as well. Like long form content is going to grow. It's been growing for ages, and it's really important. I don't remember the stats of like how many touch points or how long. So is it 7 hours? I can't remember the stats of how many hours someone watches you for before the buy. But you mentioned a really good point of how many podcasts or long form content only last like less than 10 episodes. So I think it's not only about creating long form content, it's about sustaining it as well. Because anyone and everyone starts and stops. It's the people that go through the 1 view, the 2 views, the 10 views. Like Mr. Beast, for example, he's on millions of views and everyone wants to be Mr. Beast. But no one was 14 years old in their bedroom with 0 views, with 1 view.
Counting to 10,000.
Yeah, exactly. And like just having 0 views on their videos and then getting up and making another one and then getting up and making another one. People only see the Joe Rogans, the Mr. Beast, the whatever else. But like
Now.
they started somewhere. So long form content has always been important. It's more so now.
I think long form has always been growing.
Yeah.
It's just at a steady rate. But what happened was short form just went.
Yeah.
And then we're seeing that surge. Everyone was like, short form content. But really, the long form has never disappeared.
And
it's just been growing at the pace that it's always been growing.
And the people that didn't get on the short form wave, that stayed with their long form, I don't know if it's like, this is just my interpretation of it, they probably have better businesses. And they've probably like, would you rather 1 million followers on Instagram or 10,000 on YouTube?
I'll say 10,000 on YouTube for sure.
Why? Because if you're making a 40-minute YouTube video versus
YouTube's
a 30-second reel.
YouTube also is not going to get taken down.
Yeah.
Like YouTube, I always think of it now, but YouTube is the new TV.
Yeah.
Like
I find that for myself.
Who's watching TV now? Like really, like the only 2 things that I watch TV
Stranger Things.
I don't watch that. Is that actually on TV?
Forget it. We'll move.
But that's Netflix?
It's Netflix.
Yeah, but that's not TV. Like, you know, I'm saying like proper like live TV.
I'm disappointed.
One is Match of the Day.
So I can't talk about Match. I ain't watched Match of the Day this season.
Oh no,
I did.
It's because Wolves is shit.
West Ham. That was in 9 months I've watched 1 Match of the Day.
Yeah, it's hard to stay up all the way to watch at the end of the show, you know.
Forget that. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like YouTube isn't, and I find like even watching that Uber guy that I spoke about before, like I consume a lot more YouTube, and I think I would say like YouTube is a lot like Google as well, because anything I don't understand, I won't even Google it anymore.
ChatGPT,
no, I'll YouTube it.
Oh yeah,
because I can see what if someone's like, how do I do something on my computer? I'll pull it on YouTube and I'll watch the person screen record and I'll pause it. I'll do what they say, so on and so forth.
That's how I learned to edit, you know.
But it's like YouTube is TV, it's Google. Like obviously ChatGPT is coming into things now as well, but YouTube is like the hub. So going back to the original point, like I would completely agree. 10,000 YouTube followers for me would be way
We're saying
more.
YouTube Premium's going to go up then. They're raking it in it from that.
They probably are, to be fair.
Yeah, no, it's
I won't say never, because like I would probably, if I'm rich, I'll be like, who's paying for adverts? But that's what, because a marketer, well, a few say like you should watch every advert on YouTube.
Really?
If you're selling stuff and making content and creating ads, you should be watching all adverts, because
I'll do everything I can to get rid of them.
I struggle. I understand the premise of it, but
even my daughter hates it. She sees adverts, she's like,
adverts, yeah.
Get rid of it.
I want to bin ChatGPT.
Oh, you want to bin it? Oh man, I love it.
Nah, okay, I want to bin it for most people.
Okay.
Because most people...
This is the brutal truth.
Yeah, it fries their brain cells. And I've seen it more and more. It's not even, it's the dash. The dash is still there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and it pisses me off.
Can you tell who's been...
Yes.
I can even... when people do videos now, I fucking like ads. You know, have you ever seen people?
The script is ChatGPT.
I fucking know it straight away.
Yeah, and this is hypocritical because I use ChatGPT, but as I said before, draft it, pull it through, and then re-edit what it comes back as, and it still might have the odd word that sounds like it, but I'll change whole things and I put it back in afterwards, and it's like, you've changed what I've said. Don't do that. And I'm like, shut up. I'm not but do you know what I mean? But like,
sometimes I'll get the response and I'm just looking at it, I'm like, I'm not using this.
Yeah, but many people do, and so many people are catching on to it now. Like me, because I'm looking for it, I notice it. But even like general population people, It's just like
surely
everything.
they know.
And I think it's because everything sounds the same.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people's content sounds the same, it looks the same. And this goes back into why I think personal brand will be so big, because no one else is you. So if you start showcasing you, I know that like wolves, fucking monsters, like ChatGPT can't say drink a monster. It can't say go and moan about Wolves losing. The brutal truth, Wolves lost 4-0. Shut up. But I think so like it links into like that. And I think people are still going towards that kind of stuff, but they'll get left behind from people that run away from it and go more into being your authentic self kind of thing.
I think, yeah, I mean, I think it's just people using it wrong. Like you've got, it is there to save you time, but if anything, actually, I think it's increased my workflow.
Why?
Because it's helped me in terms of ideas, but then sometimes I'm like, I don't like this. So I'll keep redrafting things and changing things, and maybe that's taken longer. Whereas maybe before I didn't have anything to put it in, I'd just read it a few times, but I'm fine with it. You know?
See, what I would do with that is like, and I do this myself now, is I'll give myself one edit. So I'll draft it myself, I'll pull it through, then whatever it gives back, I won't then pull it back through and say, what do you think of this now? What do you think of this now? It's done. So like, and I think for me, all it does is just clear up my thoughts. And then once I get it back, I'm like, okay, then it's still similar to what I wrote in the first place, but it's added these few good points. Let me just tidy this up in my way. And I won't then ask it again, how about this?
I usually take out segments.
Yeah.
So there's certain points where I'm like, I read this paragraph, I'm like, I don't really like that. Let me see if I can change. Maybe there's a certain words or certain
no dashes,
analogy or something like that. I'm like, does this really hit? And then I might put that in. So that's kind of how I use it versus maybe do the whole thing from scratch. From that.
Cool. Is there anything else you want to bin?
I think, yeah, on the point of AI as well, I think there's probably going to be, I'd say bin, but I think, there's a lot of AI transformations and things like that. Remember I sent you that one?
Yeah.
That's fucking good, isn't it?
And I think, because it's a challenging one, because I am a transformation coach.
Yeah.
And I said it recently, I don't know if I posted about it, but it's going to be interesting. Like, we need to be more creative with testimonials. And I think like one of the big things I do is I'll tag clients into testimonials. So like if you click on that post, you can go and look, it's a real person. It's not someone with 6 fingers, because that will get cleared up soon. So like once that gets cleared up, and even videos look really realistic now as well. So
the
like,
video is so sick.
Yeah. And before I would say like, I'll do a video testimonial videos, but like now that's also can be AI'd. So it's a challenging one, but this is where again, community will be really important. Because you can't fake or AI a community. If you're getting results, like the people inside the community will know, and they will scream your name off the rooftop, which will probably mean you don't have to put out as many transformation photos as you normally would anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think, yeah, well, this is something we'll probably speak about as well in another podcast, but yeah, definitely. It doesn't always have to be before and afters, right?
Yeah.
So...
Stripe receipts.
Yeah, Stripe receipts. They work really well. Is there anything else you want to add to the pod?
Nah, cool. I think we should wrap up there, because we've got a lot to discuss in future episodes. So,
all right, man.
Let us know before we wrap up though. Let us know anything that you would keep or you would bin for this year. Anything that you're upset with, and if you say our podcast, I will hunt. Him will hunt.
Oh, black eye.
He started BJJ now.
That's what I'm saying. Not BJ, BJJ. It's got 2 J's. Yeah.
Don't forget the 2 J's.
Yeah, it's a big job.
Yeah. Oh, don't say that. Okay, we'll cut there.
But the revolution is coming, man. It's coming. So we hope you enjoyed this episode. You can find me at Gym With Him, and my co-host Jawade is at Jawade Graham Coach. That's a goodbye from me.
And cheers from me. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.